Yeah. Sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the April 20th, 2021 Glendale Housing Authority meeting being called to order at around 2:15. May I read this, please? Due to the evolving situation with COVID-19 novel coronavirus and health recommendations from the LA County Health Department, the Glendale Housing Authority meeting will be available to the public electronically. Due to social distancing requiremts, the public will not be able to attend the meeting. The public is encouraged to watch and participate from the safety of their homes to practice social distancing. The meeting can be viewed on local cable, Charter Cable Channel 6, and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. You can stream this online, glendaleca.gov, in our public meeting portal. Now, for public comments and questions during the meeting, please call 818-937-8100. City staff will be submitting these questions and comments in real time to the appropriate person during the Glendale Housing Authority meeting. And with that, Mr. Dimian, may we have roll call?
Authority Member Agajanian. Brotman. Here. Kasakian.
Present. Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Parazian.
Here.
Ajinian.
Here.
And Chair Devine.
Here. And we're still having problems with...
Sorry, I am present.
Yes.
Present. I guess my microphone was mute. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And what's next, please?
The agenda for the April 20th, 2021 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on April 14, 2021 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. And next?
Next item would be selection of a new Housing Authority Chair and Vice Chair.
Thank you. And Mr. Jim, is your bailiwick?
Can I offer
Nominations?
candidate? I would like to offer Mr. Kasakian for the chair of housing.
Okay, do we have a second? I'll second that. And then we'll have roll call. Any other nominations?
Hearing no further nominations, we'll proceed to the roll call. Authority Member Agajanian.
Yes.
Brotman. Yes. Kasakian.
Yes.
Najarian.
Yes.
Parazian.
Yes.
Ajinian.
Yes.
And Chair Devine.
Yes, congratulations, Councilmember Kasakian, our authority chair. And now we'll open for vice chair nominations.
I will nominate Mr. Councilmember Brotman for the position.
Thank you.
Okay, great. And do we need a second on that?
Second.
And roll call.
Authority Member Agajanian.
Yes.
Brotman. Yes. Kasakian.
Yes.
Najarian.
Yes.
Parazian.
Yes.
Ajinian.
Yes.
And Chair Devine.
Yes, thank you. And now I'll hand over the meeting to authority chair, Artie Kasakian.
Thank you, Authority Member Devine, and thank you to my colleagues. I want to thank our outgoing chair, our newly minted mayor, Ms. Devine. Our thanks and gratitude for running very efficient meetings for the last year, addressing a number of issues, overseeing the approval of a number of important projects that are in pipeline for the city. And I look forward to continuing the work that we're all doing collectively to address the housing needs and concerns for the city. Thank you very much, and also congratulations to our Vice Chair, Authority Member Brotman.
Thank you.
And with that, I'd like to ask if there are no other comments, I'd like to ask
Chair
our
Kasakian.
Authority Secretary Clerk, what is next?
Next item would be oral communications. Discussion is limited to items not a part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Members of Housing Authority may question or respond to the speaker, but there will be no debate or decision. The matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for investigation and report. Chair, I do have a caller on the line.
Thank you. Let's listen to the caller.
Herbert Milano, you're live. Herbert, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Authority Chair Kasakian, members of the Housing Authority, my name is Herbert Milano. First of all, I want to congratulate Mr. Kasakian on his election as chair of this very important board. And I'd like to address the following points in general to the whole board. One of the hallmarks of city government is that elections are nonpartisan, but unfortunately, elected officials do not always leave partisanship thinking at the entrance of the city council chambers, as I have observed. The ideologies that we carry with us impact us significantly in how we all perceive the problems that we face. As a resident, my ideologies become evident when I join a political group or an advocacy group. But what I have observed is that you as elected officials also have deep ideologies that give you a ready-made list of opinions and attitudes to which you generally abide by on your decisions. Not being aware of how those ideologies impact your approach to problem solving in the course of your role as elected or appointed officials create huge unintended problems in fairness and equity. One of the components of the progressive Democrat ideology is an attitude of predisposition about the people who invest in multifamily housing. For many mom-and-pop investors, owning multifamily property is a significant, oftentimes the only way to save for retirement. Decades of work go into preparing an income stream for our retirement years. Yet what we often see in tenant groups is a polarizing view of landlords as the enemy. One of these is a group that you fund and has militant advocacy against housing providers. That is no exaggeration. The very same investors who have helped to create housing are often depicted as the very same ones who are causing a housing shortage and causing homelessness. In Democrat circles, as I have seen personally, it is taken as a truism, not to be challenged or discussed. It is a deeply ingrained bias that have simplistic heuristics such as all landlords are bad, all landlords are rich, all tenants are poor, all tenants are good. Ideologies turn into biases that impact everyone who is constantly exposed to them. Biased comments within our circle of contacts and friends, if repeated often enough, often become part of a firm belief system that doesn't appear biased to us at all. Ideologies as city council members and as members of boards and commissions blinds us to the nuances that we must look for in order to approach problem solving in the wisest way possible. One tool that I have been promoting for a very long time for intelligent decisions is approaching issues with a willingness to accept that we may be incorrect and that we need to create hypotheses and test them against reliable data or information to which we may not be aware. And if we find information that contradicts our predispositions, then we should be willing to rethink how we understand the problem or how we frame them. Strategic planning helps frame problems into a larger context, and scientific thinking helps us have the humility necessary to think issues through and to test for biases. So, in closing, I am promoting concepts for a wiser approach to decision-making. I strongly suggest that this housing authority raise the level of discussion and awareness, maybe by starting a true strategic plan and clearly define the state of the housing industry and how you create methods of problem solving that raises the level of good governance. So please start by clearly defining a housing strategy plan and setting policies to align with that plan. And please don't rush into a vote when you feel that you don't have sufficient quality information or knowledge in order to make a wise decision. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any other callers?
Chair Kasakian, there are no more callers.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Milano, for calling in and sharing your thoughts with us this afternoon. Secretary Ajemian, what is next?
Adjournment.
Is there any comments before we adjourn from my colleagues?
None from this
I'd like to
side.
like to say congratulations to you and Mr. Brotman, Councilmember Brotman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, if there's no other authority member or staff comments and there's no new business, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the Housing Authority.
I would like to move the adjournment.
Second.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. We will stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So good afternoon. I would like to call to order the special meeting of the Glendale City Council for April 20th. For those of you that just joined us, due to the evolving situation